Yeah, I'm gonna put my eye out. Ooh. I'm looking at my bird feathers and they have a face in them. Ayahuasca is powerful. You think of it, you can go back to that space. It's like see it again. It's like a portal. Anyway, yeah, when I first tried ayahuasca, this spirit came to me and it goes, "This is gonna happen." It showed me a small movie, and then just in order, all the events it said would happen happened, and that's how I knew it was real. Right? Device is too hot. Hey. Yeah, it's uploading 2 videos and making a new one. Yeah. Let's talk about a phone doing that. That's hot. That's awesome. Anyway, over 5G. LTE. Do you want data limits? Nope, no data limits. I know what I'm. Unlimited data has to be. Yeah, but anyway, something about it. Something about it. Oh yeah. Anyway, um, I had written Jamel into my game. Jamel is a guy, a beautiful man, who taught. He did ayahuasca. He sung for most of the night, and it was a nice experience hearing his voice. I liked it. Yeah, it was really fun. He said I'm like guapo in Spanish. It was really nice when he was being the shaman, right? And the rag and all that. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm gonna put him in my game, and the way Jamel works is he walks out and he's just gonna be like some hippie, right, or something like that. He's gonna walk out, and he as soon as he gets to the thing, as soon as he gets to like the front line, he goes like this. He'll just do this, right? Gala down, and he's gonna do a 15% heal to everything that he sees. Right? He's gonna wave his hand and all these sparkles, and he's gonna sit down and start meditating. And the first thing that comes up to him, he's gonna be, I don't know if he's gonna be building charge or whatever, but the first thing that tries to attack him will he will actually get up and block and counter, and he'll turn it into an R essence, the transcendent R essence. He'll like put his hand on it, instantly kill it, and turn it into the transcendent essence. And it'll be like this moment of like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Put my own friend in the game. Oh, draw him. I bet I could make it look like him too. It's amazing. Spiritual. Yeah. 15% heal on everybody. That's a great boon. And then if he gets attacked, maybe I'll make it fair where after like 20 seconds he gets up and walks away. He just disappears. He's gone now. Okay. But if he does get attacked during that time, he'll turn it into a transcendent. Yeah, this is a good mechanic. Bring out characteristics, right? That's amazing. Counterattack? Counterattack's so cool. What you can do with counters. Counter spell. Spell steal. Yeah, spell steal's awesome. But yeah, my Jedi, their swords are gonna glow on screen when they counter stuff, and they'll just send anything back. Fireballs, bolts. Imagine that, like the rapid fire dark lady, she shoots like rapid fire bolts, and every single one they're like blocking, right? How's it look when they block? I've got to get that animation, and if I really like it, I might do two, like boom, boom. Color swap them. Yeah, it's probably gonna be my workflow is probably gonna be pretty fast. See, I spent the 2 or 3 years learning Photoshop. I have a perfect knowledge of Photoshop 7. I used that thing daily, all day for years, and now I have. But I need to learn like the programs. But all those guys trying to make me like, oh, you're not going to be good. That's what they're all saying. All the guys, every guy I've told my idea to has said you're not going to be good at it. And I want them to hang themselves, please. Put themselves in little nooses and just cut off their blood supply because I'm going to be better than you, bitch. Fuck you. I am better than you by a lot. You see my art? I'm going to be like that times 10 to games. I'm going to be like that. I really am. I'm a fucking savant. I'm a genius. I'm like a Socrates, okay? I really am. So anyway. Yeah. So, yeah. You're not going to beat me. You know, he was a world wrestling champion. You didn't know that. He had 4 gold medals in wrestling. He won wrestling 4 times, got gold. So, yep. Anyway, I'm a champion swimmer. You heard me then. Used to work for a CEO. Now I live in my car doing van life. I just fixed my own car today. Guess what? My car broke down where I had no access to what I needed, and I just happened to have what I needed. Yeah, I bought an extra fuel pump. Like, I'm gonna get one of those. Oh yeah. Whatever. So anyway, it's fixed now. Yeah. Thinking about it. Yeah, I am making my game, and I'm gonna be great. And I'm gonna program better than they ever could because I'm not I'm not hindered in the same way normal mortals are. I'm really not. I had an out-of-body experience. I'm divine. I still see God's face. That's why, like, I tell everyone the Bible's not real. It's not. The Bible, it's true divinity, fake occultism. The story itself is like, would you just believe anybody saying anything to you, that sort of thing? So, anyway. If I was doing it really, really right, I'd be like not a total pacifist, but yeah, pretty balanced. But I do want to make a game because it's just a juicy market, and it's what I'm into. Like I like the number simulation of a game, and people have lauded chess. They're like, chess is amazing. Well, chess is a versus game, but it has limited rules. Well, mine's not going to be a versus game. Mine's going to be a light show where you're hoping to see random cool things happen. And so for me, it really is like, for me, it's like yeah, it's going to be a benefit. It's going to be really cool. But yeah, I'm in California, and I am an Iraq veteran. I'm a real veteran. And, like, for real, when I walk in, like, is this real? Yeah, he's real. Are you lying? Nope. They'll tell you, but the thing is that they actually said that they don't even check your fucking DD-214 at, in headquarters. Like, if you mail asking for a copy of someone's DD-214, they say there's really just no central deposit of all of them. And they've never been able to, like, well categorize everybody. It's just pretty much too much work and too many people and too flawed of a system. So, yeah. But I have mine. I have my copy. I got it in digits, multiple places. Oh, yeah. I'm connected. But anyway. What was I talking about? Something. Yeah, I was talking about the Army a little bit. I don't want to talk about it, because it's like, anything that's 25 times 2 is just like, you just are never going to talk about ever. And it's not like I know anything that interesting anyway. Like, I couldn't imagine. I've literally, like, the moment I knew anything that was, like, semi-evil, I leaked it. And I was, like, thanked for it, because it was kind of evil. And, yeah, but, yeah. I have a good sense, and, you know, nothing's really that interesting anyway, I think. I think if you were to go to Area 51 and probably just be like, oh, they're protecting a water supply or something like that, like something totally innocuous. It's just a gate you can't go into. That's normal. Military checkpoint. Who are you? Official business? No, official business can't come in. Sorry. You know, something like that. Anyway, yeah, the game is gonna be really cool because I played a lot of RTSs. I have a lot of StarCraft experience. A lot of StarCraft co-op. Yeah, telling your units where to go is fun. You know, maybe there'll be things like, you want a perma-turret? That'd be a really good boon, right? So I just covered Jamel. Now here's a perma-turret. So the perma-turret is, it replaces your turret, so you can pick it, and then when you drop it, it'll just stay, and it'll always shoot if something gets near. It'd be a cool boon. You get a turret. Maybe there's an energy generator boon, right? Ooh, your energy generator went off. Now you can click on your heal, and you could pick it up, and you could put it somewhere, and it'll always, like, that'd be interesting. You know, 1 second after a wave, it heals everything in an AoE by 1% of its health. Because in my game, there's overhealing. Yeah, overhealing becomes overshields. Overshields, no healer will target a unit that has max health. I'll just make it that way, why not? Or maybe they'll constantly throw heals. Maybe it's like when the healer in the tank runs out, the healer's already adding stacks on him, right? That would be scary. Like, you're going into a fight and the tank's like, oh. The Dark Souls. Yeah, the thing is with the ball physics is that if a club comes down and hits them, it ought to, like, squirt them out like that a little bit. Yeah. If they don't die. If they die, it'd be splat. And then you get splat damage. This could happen, right? I mean, you need to make it that way where, like, a unit has, like, maybe there's, like, super crit, where every unit has a chance. Yeah, let's make this a rule in the game. This is why programming is so fun, because you can do this. There is a 0.1% chance on any ability or attack that it instantly kills, that it does 1,000% damage. 1,000% damage. But only 0.1% chance. So, can happen at the time. And splat damage would be AoE, so you don't want to get hit. You don't want to get hit by it because it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, how would I increase the size of the radius of splat damage as damage goes up? I mean, it'd have to be like a function. Yeah, some math. have to make equations now. I have to get back into math. I like math. Math is cool. I'll stick with math. Math is fine. But yeah, I'd want to work with a programmer, like, or just oversee it, because maybe I could sketch the ideas and then they could make it. That'd be the best thing about being in a team. I mean, like, doing it by yourself is a ton. Oh, I'm gonna do all the programming and all the characters. Usually the one guy I do a character a week, and that's all they pay me for, and I make like 300,000 a year. No, if you want to make 10 million a year plus, I don't think they're paying their best animators millions. I think they're paying their best animators like fucking hundreds of thousands tops. Maybe they are paying them. Maybe if they own stake in the company or something, but you could buy stock with it. Oh no, I own 50% of the stock. Hey, buy some stock. That's it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I like doing the different buffs. And Earth, I think Earth for I'll make a new video. What's this one gonna be called? This is gonna be called what do we talk about? Yeah, Selena. Yeah, I could put a Selena Gomez, right? I'm already doing the Bard buff. What if there's a Selena that comes out and then, like, you know, yeah, she just does like a singing buff. She suddenly goes like, ha. Can you imagine someone would pay $5 just to be able to do that? Hey, you want 100R? $5. Right? Want 1,000R? $10. You want 10,000R? $20. Weird music floating through. It's a canyon. It's awesome. So anyway, yeah, it's fun. It's fun making all the choices and deciding how everything's gonna work, and it's really fun, like, planning it, because I know enough about them. Like, I can just plan the whole thing. You can already see it. It's part of manifestation. But yeah, I want the center to be interesting. It's gonna be like, I kind of want like some Aztec religious. I call the center divinity. And it's gonna be just like, I have a few ideas for like cool events. Like I was mentioning earlier, Jesus. Yeah, Jesus gets put on the cross, and then you have to torture him, and at the end he goes, "Forgive them, Father," and then he says, "I love you." Just kidding. Bible's about genital mutilation. But anyway, and then that happens, and however much damage you did to him, it rains down as like light essences in the field, which again can be collected by whoever touches them. You know, does it hit the ground and then bounce off and fall off the cliff? Well, now Shiva has that. You know, I'm not going to make it a loss. I'm going to make them come out one at a time, but every one gets counted, collected, and sorted someplace that you can use, right? And so the cool thing is that I'm already designing this, is Transcendence 7XR is an awesome property, but that's the premium currency. When you buy premium, you're buying 7XR, unless it's a part of a pack. But light in it, I think dark will be for like, there might be like a ritual, right? Maybe dark has a special thing where if you spend your dark essences, you get a, oh, I'm doing great, thanks. If you spend your dark essences, you get a boost, right? Like you can bless a character with like a dark omen, like, yeah, maybe like do an attack bonus for like a damage or for a health decrease, which would be really good for any backliner. Maybe make it so you could pay with dark essences to do that, and then they get like 24 hours of like a ridiculous like 30% stat boost, which aren't common. Like Sublime, my Sublime buffs are 7%. 30% is ridiculous in my game. It's a lot, you know, and especially like Dark Woman. But yeah, it's gonna be so awesome with the Dark Woman firing, like she's gonna fire what, like, I think she's gonna fire 6 bolts a second for 6 seconds. Would that look rapid? Nah, for seconds, not too rapid. It has to be really rapid. Oh yeah, I was doing all the weapon design in Sword of the Stars too. Yeah, I opened opened all the files about how the game works, and I was changing the abilities, and I would like swap out certain things. There used to be this thing that was like a shotgun. It would fire like, you know, it would fire for like 5 seconds every 20 seconds. And it would just like all these bullets, right? Well, I turned it up a lot of bullets in a tighter cone, and I made them do bigger newtons, and and it would like push the unit away. It was really funny. So I'm gonna play with it with like that. It's gonna be a cool game, like the physics of it. I'm a kid. I was captivated by games since I was a kid. I could touch type before I could turn on a computer. Yeah, I could type with a keyboard perfectly. Not a typewriter, a keyboard. I could touch type with a keyboard before I could even turn it on. Okay, so I'm a computer god. I am. I'm gonna be one of the best programmers too. As soon as I learn the basic rules and I don't make mistakes anymore, as soon as I can program flow without making mistakes, it's gonna be like a takeoff. You're gonna be amazing stuff. Jesus thing. That's pretty funny. If he's in the middle, Shiva. Shiva would be a boss. He would have to fight Shiva. Be a cleave. Summon things. Yeah, PvP would happen too. Like, you got a PvP match, now you gotta fight Jesus in the middle. Do as much damage as you can. And so the thing I decided in my game is there's gonna be a premium character. She's a tide surfer, and she can't be targeted in melee, and she can be targeted in range, but she has like a water wall that'll block it. And so she gets taken. I think she gets taken out with any damage. I'll make it that way. She withdraws with any damage. But what she does is she shoots light arrows, and her light arrows, I decided, instantly kill anything, and they turn it into a light essence. And so you can light essence farm using this premium character, because if you have her in a squad, not only is she getting a kill every time she's shooting, but you're generating a lot of light. And so you could use the light, and the thing about the light is you can make the light into any other essence. Yeah. Which is how I'm doing it. I'm doing it that way. Not the transcendence. Now, it takes one of each essence to make one transcendence. So if you give away your light to the other elements, you have less light. So there'll be a few equalizer buttons for, like, if you want to transfer all the R, it'd be like, light distribute evenly or something. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, everything will be able to do something. I think Dark will be able to maybe Dark will curse. Ooh, Dark will curse. Yeah, that's good. 100R, your very next bout, the tower and castle health is halved. Maybe you could choose a couple, spend dark essences to curse, and then spend earth essences. Am I helping? Yeah. Well, I'm great. I'm a magician. A psychic who's no good with people, personally, is not a very good psychic. You gotta be like the winner, center of the room type person anyway. Earth. Yeah. No, this is my hill. Anyway, Earth. I like that Earth does a mighty block. Light could do that. Mirror block would be cool. Right? A mirror block. I'd have to design a graphic for that, right? Mirrored block. That's a good 7XR ability. Mirror block. Mighty block is in the whole game. Mirror block is something else. It blocks it and sends it back 100%. Yeah, but the character has to go like chink. They have to like become a new color instantly. It's got to look cool. So like Transcendence, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be using all the Unity shaders. Have you seen the Unity shaders and what they can do? Holy moly. They are beautiful. Just playing with shaders. This game is going to be just as I've exploded in art, I'm going to explode in game development. And I'm going to have some of the best designed shaders, colors, interactions, powers anyone's ever seen, I think. Yeah. It's going to be a fun game. So anyway, I still want the ability to pick up units and move them, and I want, like, maybe drop, but yeah. It'd be a cool ability for like a boon, like 10 seconds, you can pick up the enemy unit and move them. You take your finger like that and clear the board. It should be a boon. That would be a ton of fun, right? Can you imagine seeing that? For 10 seconds, do that with their whole fucking, flick their tower. This should show like a little graphic thumb like coming in like Yeah, and then what the randomness too is that, yeah, okay, it's an auto spawner, but sometimes the whole map could just turn and just drop everyone off the map. So, yeah, I'm talking. This is my Earth, my land. Even the train can hear me. This is Cajun Pass. I've just taken it over. I'm so loud, people can hear me for like miles. Yeah. And people will still go, what? I can't hear you. Huh? Who? What? Huh? You ever get whatted? There's some people who are like trying to work on like a disability claim, and so they have to say, "What? I can't hear you. I'm blind." To every person they meet, and then they're gonna lean to like, "What you need?" you know. But yeah, it's gonna be a great game. So we've already talked about the designs of a lot of things. Oh yeah, this is the Jamel episode. All right, I'm gonna put it down. Jamel episode, sending it out. Thanks, Jamel, for the awesome ayahuasca healing. It was a good time. Ayahuasca, oh, red is the blood of Christ. Sweet too, and interesting, very interesting. So anyway, the game's gonna be awesome. And yeah, like a lot of people, I had an artistic explosion after I did ayahuasca. Like unbelievable. You feel different too. And when you ask the shaman how they knew to do that, it's like the plants told us. Yeah, the plants literally told us how to do it. One of them even looks like a DNA strand, right? It's pretty interesting. Um, and they do things together when they work together. It's like a compound. So, anyway, yeah, it's supposed to be the Divine Mother. The people who are into it, it's a religious thing. They're talking to the Divine Mother. Like this is real. I believe this like 100%. This is why I say the Bible's a hoax. Is that snakes have venoms and spiders have traps. Humans have the same thing. Just because divinity might exist doesn't mean it's just automatically great. And so the Bible's about genital mutilation. Yeah, it cuts a piece of a boy's dick off. And that's his point. Is by God commands it in the beginning of the Bible, and that's the reason it was put in. It's not because God had to talk to us. It was because it's not against the rules to do that. No cosmic force has a boundary there. If someone wants to nuke the whole planet and poison us all, there's no cosmic boundary between us in doing that. You know, the fact that things work at all every day is a miracle. This is an absolute testament to probably fear of repercussion more than anything. But anyway, it works with people. Yeah. Anyway, this is about the game. Closing the Jamel episode. Yeah, one of the things ayahuasca showed me is how much people were laughing at me in my life. Like, how many people secretly just, like, didn't respect me, had no intention to. And what that did is it just made me really go, like, you know, it actually cleared up a lot. It actually made a lot of the times I was meeting people that sucked, they're all out. Because I just almost, like, that's all it is. That's all it's going to be. But yeah, they're going to fucking respect me when I have those piles of cash. People paying me $100 for a chance to roll at some boons. $100 for a chance to get the character. People are selling their games for $100 for a chance to get the character. They're not even fucking... There's some games. Like, hopefully this game is such a knockaway winner that yeah, that it doesn't need a sequel. That the first one stays great, and you just add to the first one forever. It's just massive. Like, what can happen in this game? Well, in any given match, there's like 1,000 different things that can go on. And what you get, it's pretty much a standard brawler most of the time. You know, it's not going to be game interrupting all the time, but there's a possibility game interrupting things can happen. And it's that possibility that's interesting. Right? It's going to be really cool. It's going to be really fun. I'm especially going to like the essences. Like, trust me, I'm working on it. Like the flame sword, like a gigantic buster sword with a fire edge. Like when it hits something and it explodes into essence, what does that look like? Right? Splat damage and impact force. The game's gonna know when something's been overhealed. It's also gonna know when things have been... The overhealing and overshield are the same thing, but you can get an overshield without being at max health, so it's gonna work like that. And then defense, maybe, what if defense affects overshield double? That's interesting. Because I still haven't figured out like how overshield works. Because defense would be health, right? But if defense is overshield too, you know, there would have to be a different ability for overshield. Or maybe that's what 7XR does. Maybe 7XR adds points to overshield. Maybe there's a 7XR ability chain. Yeah, how do you use the transcendent? Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be cool. So yeah, so if you buy 1,000R, you can take all the light R you get, because you're going to get 1,000 light, and you can use it for your other essence characters if you want, if you have a lot. So it's basically gonna have a good economy. It's gonna be based around light. The light one is gonna be one that you could collect a lot of easily, and it's because of the premium characters or Jesus. I'm gonna put Jesus in the game. Satan, resist Satan's temptations. I'll make you like click on it and it goes resist, resist. He's gonna do that over. Oh, good, he's resisted. He's gone now. Good job. You're safe. You shut the boobies away. No, the whole reason is the priest is going to generally mutilate the men, and then when it says the bride and the bridegroom, and you'll understand it later, is that when the Lord shows up in the night like a thief, what's going to happen is the pretty young girls are going to get visited in the middle of the night and told they're going to be taken away to the Lord, and that's the sexual harvesting for the upper class. So Christianity is genital mutilation for every man. If you're born in a Christian household, you were lower class, you were genitally mutilated. That's really how it is. And then if you're a woman, then you get given the anorexia, and then you are prepared for being visited. That's why the models are all skinny and stuff like that. And they're going to do whatever they do to you, torture, kill you, use you for black magic. Like, it's really sick. Like, everyone knows to act good on TV, but, you know, if there's millions of kids sold into sexual slavery every year, they're being done by somebody, you know, and I've never had anybody come up to me and be like, yo, you want to buy a kid? I've never seen that, you know, I've never Googled how to find one, something like that. So I don't really, and maybe it's fake. Maybe it's our law enforcement or pretending like they do something, right? Like, oh, there's a crisis. It's really law enforcement funding's come around, and you don't know that. Yeah, it's straight police HQ. Did you know that 1 billion babies every year are born into tyranny? Vote freedom. Right? It could be like that. I don't really know. I just have my perspective, and that's all this is. That's why I call it Historian Chris. Just according to me, what I want to talk about. I'm giving my game away, so even if I don't make it, someone will one day. Yeah, thinking like that. The bridge battler, auto spawner, 15 characters, shielder, water, two-handed melee character that's counterattack, attacks faster as they attack, and they I don't know if all their attacks do cleave, which is AoE. Cleave is the universal game turn. Okay, the tank is the person who sits in front, and their job is to attract damage. They have the most defense, and they have taunt abilities, and they have damage. I'm gonna stop it soon. It's Jamel's episode. But yeah, Jamel would be beautiful. Comes out, waves his hand. There's like the little. He's kind of Mexican looking, something like that. But he waves his hand and it's like a green sparkle. Everyone plus 15% health, and he's like in a different world, right? He's like in yoga clothes and barefoot and walking like he's doing like a shuffle. And then he sits down and meditates. And then if in 20 seconds anything attacks him, he immediately gets up and he counters it and he turns the thing into a transcendence and go. Psh, and he disappear. But if he doesn't get attacked, then he just gets up and bows and walks away. So he's got to get attacked. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, he's an ayahuasca shaman. I know. Amazing guy. I love him. Really cool experience too. I'm glad I had it. All the prohibitors are evil. The prohibitors, yeah, absolutely evil. Evil people. I don't see their eye to eye at all. Wrong. Ignorant. Haters. Stupid. Yeah, they're looking at their toes like, I have too many toes. I'm gonna get rid of like 4 of these. You know what I mean? That's how prohibition is. It's really stupid, in my opinion. So anyway, yeah. So it's gonna be a great game. You already have the Jorbda, the Jedi, the Inagami, the wolf species. There's gonna be droids. There's gonna be essences. I already thought that there's like maybe like little wormy, spermy looking essences. Like, these are drops. These are not boons. A boon can give one, but they're not boons. They're drops and they appear in your items. Now, items are another thing. That's armor, weapon, bow, staff. The items will all do kind of, they're just like a buff, and you get to pick your favorite character to put the buff on. So if items are dropping, and they don't always, like, you could get to the middle of a round and you found 2, right? And so to go a really long game and have like a bunch of tier 3 items should look like and feel like really special. Like, wow, that was a long ass game. right? That's the goal of it. And you have all your characters customized, and I want item abilities, just like King God Castle. Is the item abilities will be like suddenly this character's chain attacking, or this character has like I like Mighty Block, and I like overshields because it's a good way to break things up. But yeah, giving the tank. Oh yeah, that'd be a great one. 1% chance on the tank, right? Make you save up 1,000 water. Either pay me for it or save up 1,000 water to get this. 1% chance on dying. He instead gets 10 stacks of Mighty Block. Meaning you're going to block 10 times in a row, meaning he's going to get all his overshields and all his buffs, and he's going to be a god for 20 seconds, right? Cool ability, 1% chance, gotta pay for it, might not get it, but if it goes off, you're like, there it is, that's the play, right? That's what I'm going for. I'm going for those, like, there it is, that's the play moments, you know. And who knows what I discover programming it. Or I might just discover programming is hella hard and just quit and be like, no, someone else do it. But I gotta do it. If I want to design it, I swear to God, in every major game studio, every major whatever, there's a ton of people who just know the guy who makes it, and then there's the guy who makes all of it. He does all the work. He just knows the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's how it is. He's just like one guy. He's just like, I did it. I made all the programming. I wrote every line of code. You know, it's like, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, people programming games is different because, like, when you do games as cinema, you're talking about scenes, and I have one scene. I mean, the one scene is why it's going to be such an easy game. One scene and then character expansive. You can put more as you want, and I really do like the characters more. But yeah, it's going to be cool. Now, because I don't want to do 3D movement, maybe I could figure out, like, a sprite style, like, super mini. Maybe I'll do super mini sprite styles, right? Where like the animation, it's just like a bouncing thing, and then it gets there, and then its attack is like this, right? I could do that. That might cut down production time a lot. That'd be game one, right? Get some income, get a quick game out for King of Cat or RNG King 1. I want to call it RNG King because it's a ton of rare events, but because the RNG is true RNG, I mean you're going to be able to, if you get lucky you get lucky, and if you don't you don't, and it's kind of just going to be kind of fun to see which is which, and to make it lossless as well. Like a lot of games, like you'll try at a mission, if you fail you lost your energy and you didn't get anything for completing it. Like you think most games give you anything for a loss? Nah, it's a zero. It cost you and you came away with shit, you know. And I'm not about that lesson. I think that's really a negative way to see things. So it's gonna be like, you know, there'll be the reward for finally winning will get better. And you know, when funny things happen like massacres, it's not terrible because let's say you have a giant army formed, right, and the game is stalling. It's like, okay, there's 5 waves consecutively, nobody's lost anything, you know, but they're not pushing forward. What am I going to do? I'm going to take the map and turn it like that and drop them off and, yeah, collect all the essences in Shiva, but go, like, again. Just develop sensors to detect, like, when certain game states have occurred. Like, you know, if it's getting too many people on the map, it might do a wipe condition, and then that'll give the, yeah. There's a few cleverer things that I could do. Make it into a feature and make Shiva the boss. Shiva will spawn and then you can collect Shiva's pot. But maybe I'll make it a little harsh where only one player... Yeah, it's on kill. Both players accumulate a Shiva... Ooh, that would be harsh. If both players accumulate a Shiva pot until the next Shiva fight. And then Shiva... Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Shiva's got a 66 chance to block. 66. I don't believe in the 666 myths. No. The reason they call 666 the number of the beast is like God exists. I believe that, but I don't believe the Bible was authored by him. I think humans acted within the realm of possibility of this place when they said all that stuff. But and it just so happens prayer works. But no, I don't believe in Jesus. Circumcision's genital mutilation anyway. obviously a hoax to me. It's fake as fuck. Fake world history. Didn't sound like it described the dinosaurs. Now, if the Bible said, I took the great reptiles and threw them deep in the earth, if the Bible guessed that, the Bible said that, I took the great big reptiles and hid them in the earth, then I'd be like, whoa, but it didn't. And because of that, I'm like, it's more humans. Cut the extra part off your baby's dick. Right, I get it. Generally mutilate the men so they don't touch girls. So you can harvest them without them being impacted. Right? It's as shitty as maybe I'm the type of shitty person who would think that way, therefore I know they did. Because that's the evidence. That's the evidence they've left. Is that it is about sex games. It's about bride swap and empire building and stuff like that. Yeah. That's why religion is. Religion is another method of getting at it. And then the reason why is if you don't get it, you don't exist. So the most important thing to understand about our planet is gender. Most animals have a gender. Not all single cells do, but most of our animals. So whatever gender does is so important that it has impacted every species and how they are, right? It's an unbelievable understanding that gender came from early single cells hundreds of millions of years ago, and that everything that gender has to do with, if it's not transcendental, is certainly by form attachment. We just work this way fundamentally, and so this is why life is kind of hell unless you're sexy, is because sex is the gateway that puts who you are into the future. And so it's the only biological imperative that really matters to the point people go insane over it beyond, like, eating and stuff. They call it a need. Yeah, they call it a need. If you're not meeting, you actually are violating your own needs. It'd be great if it was just that easy, right? Because I'm not having a kid just because I have to. Nah. There's enough of you. You'll be fine. I'm going to have a kid because I think I'll make a good experience for that person. And only then. If they wouldn't be a good experience for them, no reason to have a kid, not just for my feelings. Not good enough. That's my opinion. So, anyway, I'll be alright. But, I'm figuring it out, it's going to be a fun game, though. I've played with toys my whole life, played with games my whole life. I know what I like. Hey, do I like the hack and slash? Do I like being the person who do that? Yeah, maybe I might make some tapping games, like, here's a rock storm, tap everywhere you tap on the screen, a rock will fall for the next few minutes or whatever. Give some good screen interactions. Maybe I'll make them able to flip it. Oh, that'd be cool. Divide the stage into sections and then give the player a finger ability that instead of knocking people off the bridge, it can, it's pick a section to flip. There's the middle and then either side, and you can flip that section and knock everything off. That would be dope. That'd be a dope-ass boon, actually. Flip the stage. That's awesome. And the Shiva pot means that there's a you may flip your army as well and be like, oh, well, yeah, but then if you make it, Shiva, whoever gets the literal last hit gets the whole pot of both players. That would be the Shiva pot. That's the real nice itch. Whoever literally gets the last tick, any tick, all the dots, all the repeating damage, only one of them is going to be the very last. Whichever one that one's on that's the one. Storage low. Yeah. It's been fun making. I've deleted a lot of old movies to make room to do all these. But yeah, I'm uploading and video recording. So this is the Jamel episode. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to have cool girls in there, cool guys. It's going to be, I want big tanky creatures, like a giant rock golem. That'd be fun when it's time for the boon suite, right? Because the main characters have skill trees. None of the boons will. They'll have one ability tops. They're totally going to be just chaff, military chaff. But really, I guess you could talk about a different episode to be tank suite. Let's say I want to do a tier. Let's say ultra rare has a tier of tanks, and there's one of each element. What would an ultra rare tank for each element look like and be, right? How would you represent it in pixels? Until I get it, it's just But art is fun. Like you can do different styles all at the same time. You can do like a really highly. I could even do like a photorealistic style in the middle of nowhere, like for no reason. It's a fun idea. Games as collages. Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a great game, and I'll pay for some advertising too. It's like come play my game. Derp, derp. No bad reviews. Give it a 5-star to get 100R. Just let them know. Don't even do me anything less than 5. I'll cry. I've given a lot of 1-star reviews. I've been a jerk. Yeah. You're crap and you should feel bad. Oh, I've said that stuff. Look at me. I look like the typical sort of Cheeto stain nerd that would throw that shit out there. You suck. And he's like, just farted. Anyway. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Maybe there'll be a fish. Oh, there should be a Magikarp. Magikarp. Yeah, oh my god, this is amazing. Magikarp, alright? So you get Magikarp. You have to get Magikarp 99 times. Then the 100th time you get Magikarp, it's Gyarados. You have to just watch it. His Magikarp, he's gonna flop there for like 10 seconds. In a random flop. Just like the possibility of it to be just an interesting menagerie is awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's just simple. It's all about classes, right? Is that you have classes. You got this, your boon character, your main character, you got all that. And so it treats everything a little differently. And yeah, main characters will stay main characters. They're all cool. Like, I'm jonesing over this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's my mashup game. I get to take anything I fucking want to. Like, China let us know with its copycat stuff that you can pretty much copy anything as long as you make it your way, you know, as long as you're not like stenciling exactly what they did and reusing art assets. It's like it's new. So, yeah. Someone wanted to use my idea. What I'd say is why not just fund me and make it with me? But if you wanted to use my idea, you could. You could. You would make it as you made it, but this video and all the other work I've done is proof I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've got TikTok channels about this, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've been thinking about my game for like a while. It's a big deal. And I fixed my own car today. Nice. Replace the fuel filter. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's been a good game. It's gonna be a great game. Maybe I'll, yeah. I mean, there's things like you can do like the mine cart comes out and it just drives itself.